I can't believe they did this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. How's we doing today? We have a little bit of a different video. Some of my slow videos I've been just kind of talking about different things. We are going to show some solds, so stay tuned for that. We're also going to talk about something that happened with eBay. I'm not going to spoil the beans just yet. I am going to show you a couple solds here, and we'll talk a little bit more about eBay, so let's dive in and see what did sell for me. My sales have been a bit slow because, like I said, it's just been really nuts here. And as y'all know, broken record, my family comes first. Trying to figure out my schedule, but it's just been kind of crazy here. Taking care of family. So, we're going to show you what did sell for me, and we're also going to talk about eBay. So let's dive in and take a look at a couple sales. Okay, you guys, let's take a look. We have only four on Poshmark this week, guys. Like I said last week, things have been crazy here, and it's affecting my sales, but you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Hopefully, things will be picking up and doing better soon. I did sell this John Wind faux turquoise gold tone necklace, bracelet. This was actually quite pretty. Let me show you here. So I had kind of like that, it's a gold kind of chain link, and a very nice piece. You probably recognize this from one of the videos. And yeah, so this sold on, let me see, I believe I received an offer, or I sent an offer, and it sold for $13. So my earnings were $10.05, which is fantastic. Moving on to the second piece, which is J. Crew. Now this, let me see here. These were gingham. These were gingham pants. These are actually pretty cool. I received an offer on these for $15. They're stretch. They are cotton. I received an offer for $15, and so I went ahead and accepted that. Very, very nice piece. All right, you guys, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to share with you something that eBay is doing, something new in the last few months, which I am kind of surprised at. And let's talk about whether it's a good or bad thing. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited to finally talk about this. So if you sell on eBay, eBay honestly is one of my favorite platforms to sell on. I really do prefer it over all the platforms that I've listed on. Even though I'm selling hard goods now as well, I still have clothing that I'm doing. I'm doing jewelry. My husband and I in the past have just had really good experience with hard goods. And so on top of doing jewelry and the clothing that I still have, we have added hard goods back into the mix. Yes, I know they take up more space, but sometimes you just have to go with what sells well for you. And in the past, hard goods has always done very well for us. So anywho, I had a couple sales over the weekend, and I kept waiting for, you get that ka-ching sound, because you accept an offer on something, and that happened a couple times this last weekend. And I was waiting for the ka-ching sound, and I'm like, I'm not getting a ka-ching sound. What's going on here? And I couldn't figure out what was happening because I was going, you know how even in like sold, you typically see sold pending or something like that. It was like showing, waiting for payment. It was showing nothing. Like both these sales never happened. And I'm going, what is going on here? Why in the world aren't they giving me my sales that I made, right? So I called eBay this morning, and it turns out that they did an update that I didn't even know about because this situation hadn't happened to me for quite some time. I don't know if y'all, you can put your settings on eBay where it's immediate pay. So instead of you having to wait, days for somebody to actually make a payment on something that they have purchased, you can click on your settings for them to pay immediately, which that's what they should be doing, right? No matter what platform you're on, you should pay for the item that you purchased immediately. On any other platform, whether you're in a store or any other online platform, if you're buying, they expect you to pay for your item immediately. So eBay doing this, I think, was a good thing that they're doing. So I was noticing that I hadn't been paid, so I contacted them, and they said that back in October, they made an update to their site where if somebody does not pay right away, the item is still shown as listed, which is good. Because in the past, if somebody purchased something from you, it was taken out of your listings and kind of put on hold, so to speak, waiting for the buyer to actually pay for the item. And it is not available to other buyers at the time. They took it out of your listings and is kind of on hold until they pay for it. And they would previously have up to like 4 or 5 days to pay for the item. And then if they didn't, eBay would say, okay, your item is no longer on hold. And do you want to relist this item? You didn't have to go through the whole process of relisting the item. Okay? What they've done now, finally, they did this. This is so great, you guys. What they've done now is that if somebody for some reason isn't paying for an item right away, like the immediate pay like they're supposed to, it doesn't show in your solds. What it's doing is it's still under your listings. This way, if the person who purchased your item is being a bad buyer and not paying for the item, it is still in your listing, so that if somebody else who actually wants to purchase the item and pay for it can come along and purchase the item and pay for it and buy the item. And if the person who is still waiting to pay doesn't pay, they have now missed out on the item that they're choosing not to pay for. And it will go to the person who actually bought and purchased the item, paid for the item. So I did not know that they did this. And so when I called eBay, she explained it to me and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so great. So not only do you not actually have to relist the item that somebody didn't bother to pay for, but if your item is waiting to be paid for by this buyer because they're taking their good old sweet time actually paying for something that they bought, somebody else can come along because it's still in the listings and purchase the item and take the item, and you don't have to worry about this person over here doing what they're doing. Okay? I think that this is great that eBay has done this. I really do. It's a twofold benefit for us. One, you don't have to worry about relisting the item. And two, if somebody does come along and just purchases the item, bye-bye to the person who is not actually following through and paying for an item that they quote-unquote purchased. So I'm thankful that eBay did this. I would love to know in the comments, in the chat, you guys, what you think of this new feature. She told me that they came out with this back in October. The reason why I didn't know about this was because I have not had a problem with people paying. For months now, I have had, when somebody makes an offer on something, I've had people paying right away, or they just outright purchased and it automatically pays it. I have not had an issue with somebody not paying on eBay for months, so I did not even know that they made this new update for sellers. I think it's fantastic. I think it helps alleviate issues for sellers with the buyers, and also opens an opportunity that if there's a serious seller interested in that item, this item is not on hold under the false buyer, so that the true buyer can actually buy the item while we're waiting, quote unquote, for the false buyer to buy. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. I think it's great. I'm so happy that they did this. And so, yeah, I would love to know what you think. There are other platforms I think it would be a benefit for this to happen on. I actually stopped listing on Vendu, and even on Depop, people can send an offer or something like that and not pay right away. Depop needs to fix this too. It's just ridiculous that if a buyer goes to buy something, that they're not expected to pay right away. I know on Poshmark, when somebody accepts an offer, it's automatic, paid for. Poshmark makes it so that if you accept an offer or they accept an offer, it automatically kicks in that it's paid for and it's sold. This is what all platforms should be doing. So I'm super glad that eBay finally made this change. Now let's dive back into the next couple sales and take a look at what else is sold. Again, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this new update. Are you happy about it? Are you not happy about it? What are your thoughts? I would love to hear it. All right, let's see the last two sales. Okay, so let's do these last two orders here. Let me see here. So, again, I sold some more jewelry. These were actually vintage screwback. Antique screwback. And I had these listed for like $25. I honestly wasn't sure with vintage jewelry what to list them at, so I listed them high. Somebody sent me a $10 offer, and I did accept. So I made about $7 on these, which I was good with. Very cool piece. Alright, so let's take a look. These sold for 10, so yeah, I made $7.05 profit on that. And the last item on eBay was, I believe these were men's. Let me double check. Yeah, some men's jeans. Some men's jeans. These are Montfrere District offered black skinny distressed jeans. I had these listed for $35. These have been listed for a while, so I was really happy to see them go. I'm just showing the distressing here so they can see that it is distressed and that they aren't holes. And these were brand new with tags. So let's go back and see what our numbers were. These sold for $35. So I think I had them listed for like $45 or something. I received a $35 offer, so my profit on these was $28, which is fantastic. $28, which is great. So yeah, alright guys, let's close out this great video. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me in the sold and update on eBay video. Super glad that you joined me. Tell me how your sales are doing. I'm hoping to get back into a better rhythm. We're kind of getting on more of a schedule here. It's just sometimes there are a couple days here and there where I just can't do what I need to do as far as listing, but I'm on a better track now of trying to get at least 5 listings up a day. Let me know how your sales are doing. You are already in April, guys. April is tomorrow. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that April is here already. So let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you thought of this video. Kind of a mixing of talking about something on a platform plus talking about sales. We can even answer questions or anything like that. Let me know what you think about this video. And guys, as always, be productive and we will see you next time.